just sitting around working on the Disco Nova, cleaning up some tools. The tools are nasty. We've not cleaned them in a while. I just realized we haven't done a top 5 tools that I use every single day. So let's get into that. Before we get into the list of my top 5 tools, I'd like to thank everyone that subscribed to our channel. If you've not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and that would help us out. Like, comment, hit the notification bell. That way you can see anytime we get a new upload. We're usually talking about cars, but I want to talk about the top 5 tools that we use to work on cars every day. So I guess one of the simplest tools is the first tool that I want to talk about is I carry in my pocket everywhere I go. And I guess it's more of an everyday carry tool rather than a useful tool, but I always am looking for this, and this is a Streamlight pocket-sized flashlight. I carry this everywhere. I use it constantly. Anytime you're in a bind, instead of getting your phone out, you can use your phone camera, but why? There's really no point in it when you can carry a separate little flashlight. It just takes one little AAA battery. It's the handiest thing that you can use for looking around and getting into places. Finding stuff underneath car seats, looking down inside of carburetors, anything that you're working on. And these are waterproof. You can drop these in the water, drop them in oil, whatever, clean them back up, and they're as good as new. I've had this one, I've carried this one for years. It has a double clip on it, so you can clip it onto the bill of your hat or you can clip it onto your shirt. So these are Streamlights. These are about 20 bucks. And I recommend if you don't have one, they're so tiny, they're pen lights. You never know what's in your pocket. And it's awesome to carry. I recommend the Streamlight, but there's lots of other brands out there. I can't think of the brand that everybody on YouTube advertises, Oleo or whatever it is. But I like the Streamlight. I'm partial to it. I'm happy with it. I've also got a headlamp that's a Streamlight that I carry. I can put that headlamp on a hard hat, or I can put it on a regular cap, or just put it on my head. And it's great for working outside when you need your hands free, when you're booming down a vehicle. It's hard to hold this, so you can use that Streamlight that clips on your head. Really handy. My second one is also an everyday carry that I carry in my pocket. This is a pretty handy tool. This is a Milwaukee. It's a razor blade knife. So you can change the blades in it pretty quick. It's got a rope cutter there on the side, or a seatbelt cutter. And it's also got a little driver out here on the end. It's got a 1/4-inch driver. And it's got a flat and a Phillips that goes in this 1/4-inch driver. Really handy to have this extra little tool. Also has a bottle opener on the end. I've never used it as a bottle opener. I can't never remember it's there. It's got a clip to carry it on their side. This is a Milwaukee, but there's other brands like this. And it locks whenever you put it out there. It locks pretty solid. And it's hard to close back up. This also locks. But this is everyday carry tools. Probably 2 of my top favorite tools that I use all the time. I use these every day. They come out of my pocket, constantly using these. And another tool that I recently just bought, but I've been using it for a while now, and I would recommend this to anybody that doesn't have one. And this is also a Milwaukee tool, but it doesn't have to be a Milwaukee. Harbor Freight makes one just like it, and I think that is just as good. Watch West Work uses one. This is a 3/8 drive. And this it's a 12 volt, but it comes with an extra capacity battery. I bought it in a kit that had the extra batteries with it, but it's really handy. I don't like the reverse mechanism on it. It's kind of hard to manipulate, but you can buy these off the Snap-on truck, or you can buy these about anywhere. And this is probably one of the handiest. I think it is the handiest tool in my shop. I grab this every day. I use it constantly. This has got to be my favorite in-shop tool that I use all the time. It's a 3/8 drive. You can get other drives. I think you get 1/4-inch drives. I don't know if you can get a 1/2-inch drive in the ratchet style. You can also get the extended ratchet to reach in places, but this goes pretty much everywhere that I need it to go. It's very handy, very useful. I love using this tool. The next tool I want to talk about is similar. It's a cordless tool like the ratchet, but it's my 1/2-inch drive impact wrench. This is also Milwaukee, and it's got an extra capacity battery in it, 9 amp-hour battery. This battery is made for my leaf blower, but it works really good in this impact wrench. This is the Milwaukee Fuel. I don't know what model number it is, but this is the medium duty, and I don't recommend getting the medium duty. I recommend getting the heavy duty that's got the rubber cone on it. You can put the rubber cone on this one, but we have beat this thing to death. I mean, the batteries don't hardly stay on it very good, but this right here will take. It's got more power than my air impact wrench. I don't have a really good. I think it's like a Campbell Housefield air impact. I don't have a really good one, but this thing you put it on 3. It's got 3 speeds. You can put it on the 3rd setting and it'll knock just about any lug nut loose. And when I'm taking frames apart, big frame bolts, it'll either take them out or it'll break them. So it's a bear. And I've also got all kinds of adapters. We've got some larger sockets because sometimes we work on heavy equipment for taking pins and stuff out of like hydraulic cylinders. And you need some bigger sockets. So Matt bought a handful of adapters. I think he got them off I think they're from Mac Tools. He got Mac adapters for this. So you can adapt it up and you can adapt it down. You can put the great big sockets on it that's like 1 inch and 3, let's see, I guess they're 1 inch drive. This is 3/4 drive. So, no, this is 1/2 inch drive, but you can adapt it up to 3/4. But it's pretty handy. The reason I didn't get a 3/4 drive or a heavier duty one because I wanted to fit all the sockets that we have here, and so far it's done that. This has been a beast. I've had it maybe 2 years, and I hardly ever hook the air up. I try to hook the air up every now and then and see if this won't take it off. I try to use the air, and the air can't even compare to this. This thing's way stouter than my air impact wrench. I'm sure there's other air impact wrenches out there that are a lot stronger, but these M18, which it doesn't have to be this brand. Again, Harbor Freight makes one similar to this. It's 1/2 inch drive, and they got really good batteries. You could get this and probably do anything you need to do in the Harbor Freight version. There's also, everybody says the DeWalt, which some people think DeWalt's made in America. It's not. It's made, some of them's made in Mexico, some of them's made overseas. Milwaukee's made overseas. There's very few things in Milwaukee now that are made in America. There's very few tools of any kind that are made in America. And very few hand tools are made in America. Snap-on, when Snap-on gets into their cordless tools and things, it's unlikely that you're going to get a Snap-on cordless tool that's going to be made in the United States. They just don't do it. They might be assembled in the United States, and they might get around the law a little bit by saying made in USA, but it's just not true. Mostly the Mac, Snap-on, and Cornwall, a lot of the hand tools are made, but when you get into things like this, these specialty tools, they're probably just wherever they can get it from the cheapest bidder. And that's the way it is with every tool. A lot of people are tool snobs and want to only use Snap-on. I'm not like that. I use what works, and that's why a lot of the Snap-on trucks now are carrying Milwaukee, because they just work. You have to send the Snap-on off to get it replaced. They can replace these right on the truck. They won't send it off for repair. They'll just give you another one. So you're not down for a month while they're repairing your Snap-on tool. I got a Snap-on 3/8 here, and you can't keep batteries in it. The batteries ain't no count. They may have been good when they were new, but they don't hold up nothing like Milwaukee batteries. It's just, to me, it's a little cheaper and a lot better. So if you are insistent on buying Snap-on tools, get the Milwaukee cordless stuff off the truck. They have it. They also have DeWalt on the trucks too. Some of them carries DeWalt, but I like DeWalt. I got a lot of DeWalt stuff. Most of my construction tools are DeWalt. Most of my garage tools are Milwaukee. It's just whatever I happen to get a hold of that day. And one more tool. See, that's 3, I guess. I was going to talk about my booster pack, my jump and carry booster pack, but I don't have it here. So it's for another time. So that's 4. We've done 4 tools. We've done the flashlight, the Milwaukee pocket knife, cordless ratchet, and cordless impact wrench. And now I'm going to talk about another tool that I use every day when I'm in the garage, and you won't believe it, but it's my phone. I use it for tons of things. Whenever you're drilling holes, you know what die size you can. This is just a computer in your pocket, and it's handy for everything. I use my phone to do little videos, to remember stuff, take pictures if I'm taking something apart and I may not know how it goes back together. If I'm researching car parts or buying things, this comes out probably more than anything in the garage whenever you're researching stuff. They're handy. Any smartphone will work. Just something with a computer. I guess all my assembly videos and pictures in here, and I also make my YouTube shorts on this. So why not? Why not have this out and use it all the time? This is one of the handiest. I don't like to use the light. I don't like to take it out and use the light because it's a bright light, but it's not a pinpoint light. It's much better to carry just a single little stream flashlight that you can pinpoint and find things with. Much better. This is good for light. This is good for recording and researching anything else. I just don't like using it as a light. I'm not happy with it. But these are great too. These are my everyday carries. These are 3 things that are always in your pocket, so you're never without them. It's bad though if you go to a concert, which I've done a couple of times with my friend. They take these away from you. So remember to take it out or you're going to lose a really good pocket knife, like I've lost 2. I've lost a couple of Gerbers having to throw them away at a concert, or if you go to the courthouse, you may lose them if you go to the courthouse. Just remember to take them out and leave them in your vehicle. But that is my top 5s, and that's probably my go-to. I touch these tools every single day when I'm working on something, and that's the most common things. Now we could talk about screwdrivers and ratchets and sockets, which everybody knows that's just a given. But these are kind of specialty things that, and a lot of these, 3 of these I've got on me always. And actually I've got I usually have the impact with me too. It goes with me everywhere I go. It travels with me. If you ever get on the side of the road and you need to change a wheel, you've got that impact with you in your vehicle. So I carry it everywhere. Always make sure I got an extra battery. But I would like to talk about, like I said, the jump and carry, but my grandson's got it now. And that's probably in my top 5, if not number 6. It's probably one of the best things. And there are lots of battery packs and battery chargers out there. I found that the jump and carry is superior to any brand, and you can argue with me on that. I don't know. You may know of a better brand. But the jump and carry that I have is not a real high voltage, but it has all the accessory plugs where you can charge your phone, batteries, whatever you need to with it. It also has an air compressor, which is a horrible air compressor. I will say the little air compressor that's in the jump and carry is crap. It takes forever to air a tire up. And I drive vehicles that some of them have 100 pounds in the tires in my trailer, and then 70 pounds, 75 pounds in my truck tires. So you'll, excuse me, I don't think you'll ever get 75 pounds with a little jump and carry air compressor. They're just not going to do it. You can get about 50 pounds with them. That's about as much as they'll put in, but it takes forever. So I do recommend the jump and carry. I don't necessarily recommend the air compressor part of it. I just got it because it was handy and I need one sometimes to top off my tires whenever I'm doing something. But that's what I've got. That's the 5. If you've got something that you use and you carry every day that I've not mentioned on here, please put it in the comments. What tools do you carry every day? What do you recommend that you carry on your person, or recommend that you use something that you pick up and use every day, either consciously or unconsciously? Because there's so many things out there that make life easier, and having just a few simple things in your pocket makes things so much better. But I do appreciate you guys watching. This just been a short, quick thought that I had, and I appreciate it for everybody. If you've not subscribed, like I said in the beginning, please subscribe. It helps us out. We're trying to get that magic number on subscribers, and I want you guys to ride along with me. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you hanging out, and stay clean, everybody.